back to another episode of Life Lessons. I'm your boy Hota. And today we're going to talk about a little bit of everything. We're going to talk about how coaches say certain things to you and whether or not you take their word for it or whether or not you hold their feet to the fire. We also going to touch on dogs with limitations. It's a quote I came up with. Well, not even a quote, little statement I came up with because I have seen and I've been on teams with a lot of dogs with limitations, all because coach just got it in their mind that they either not gonna play them, they don't want to play them, or for whatever reason they just don't like the player. So I'm gonna talk about some stories that I've been through and how to maneuver around stuff like that, and ways that if you think you a dog with limitations, how to maneuver around that. Uh, First, I want to touch on the dogs with limitations because that's one of my favorite things that I came up with. So the reason why I came up with it is because uh, when I was in college, you used to hear that word a lot. You even hear it now in the pros. You hear some NBA players talking about it. That kid or that player, he got that dog in him. He just got that dog. And a lot of people define that dog as, I guess, that killer instinct. That's what they try to say makes you have that dog. A lot of people try to say you born with it. That's where I disagree. I think everybody got that dog in them. You just got to bring it out. I also think that depending on how pissed off you get is when that dog come out. And if you can manage to stay that pissed off and play like that is when that dog come out. And we're going to talk about it, man, because I've been in locker rooms where all you hear a coach say is, man, I want some dogs. I need some dogs on my team. Y'all ain't no dogs. So it'd be like, how you know if you ain't playing us? You know what I'm saying? So for instance, I was on a team where the coach had it in his mind already who was gonna be who he was gonna play. Uh, he ain't get nobody an opportunity to showcase themselves. He ain't give nobody an opportunity to really dive into their game and show him like, hey, you got a dog sitting right here. And I never forget. uh, he used to say it all the time, like, I need dogs. And you could kind of see where it was like, all right, this dude ain't playing now, but when he become eligible, if you in his position, you ain't touching the floor. Because the way he just used to brag about him, the way he just used to bring him up, uh, like it almost got to a point where you don't want to, but you start to resent the player because it's like no matter how hard I work, no matter what I do, like I already know once you become eligible, like it's over for me. Like I could be in the gym every day nonstop, from morning to night, and coach got it in his mind made up. I ain't no dog, so you start to get pissed off, but it shows. It shows in practice. Uh, you start going at the guy, and the guy could be a cool dude, man. Like he could be super, super cool, and he not even knowing what's going on, not realizing the coach done put a target on his back. Yeah, you got a target on your back because the coach then gave you this high praise and then basically implemented and stamped you without even giving anybody else a chance. So you already stamped. So you got dudes on the team that's looking at you like, oh, that's who I gotta beat. That's who I gotta compete with. So they coming at you. They giving you they all. And some of them, I'll be honest, they giving you the business. Like they giving you the business. Like it's over for you. But coach like you. The coach rock with you. The coach like your work ethic. He see the grind that you putting in. And for whatever reason, he just looking over the other player's grind. For whatever reason it may be, it's something about you that make him go, I don't care how bad you get whooped in practice today. I don't care how bad you look in these games. I'm still gonna put you over them. And I've been in situations like that where it gets brought up in conversation. We in team meetings and player get singled out, coach talking highly of him, talking good about him. And basically he just downing all the other players. Like saying how hard they ain't working, how hard they not doing this, how they not doing that, and they not in the gym as much as this player. But the coach don't know that. Like, let's be real. Like, the coaches say he in the gym 24/7, and some coaches are. But them head coaches in college, they so busy that they got so much going on. They be in their office. Man, they don't know who in the gym unless they just so happen to walk in the gym at the time they going up to their office. They don't know who in that gym. Like, I had a coach tell a player one time, I don't never see you in the gym. And this dude was in the gym faithfully. He was in the gym faithfully, in the practice gym. Whenever he wasn't in class, in the practice gym. Whenever he had a little break, in the practice gym. And the coach literally looked him in his face and was like, you ain't never in the gym. I don't never see you in here putting in extra work. And he looking around like, I'm one of the main ones that's in the gym. So I definitely been in them locker rooms where a coach put a target on that player back, and players start to resent that player because he's looked at as the golden goose. Like, he can't do no wrong in the coach's eyes. He can't get in no trouble. No matter how many times he mess up in the game, the coach is gonna have his back. Like, it don't matter. Like, it don't matter what he do. The coach sees no wrong in his eyes, and that could start to divide your team because the dudes that's over there really putting that work in and grinding and realizing that they not getting no PT, they not getting no burn. Not because this dude is better than me. In some cases, yeah, this dude is better than me. He should play over me. But in other cases, it be, man, coach just don't rock with me. And ain't nothing I can do that's going to get me on that floor. I'm killing him in practice every day. I'm putting in the extra work. Like, I'm doing everything I need to do to show this coach, bro, I got it. Like, I'm me. Like, let me show you what I can do. And for whatever reason, the coach just have it up in here. No. So it can get like that. It definitely can get like that. And I remember I was in that situation where literally, like, mid game, a situation happened and I just went off. Like, coach subbed me out. He's trying to whisper in my ear, like, you gonna do what I tell you to do, this and that. When I tell you do something, you better do it, man. So now I'm just waving him off, man. Like, I hit his wrist, like, man, don't jerk my yank my jersey, because he was trying to like yank me up. So I just flicked his wrist, like, all right, man, get off me. I go sit down, and the assistant coach come over there, and he's like, yo, like, hey, JB, what's going on, man? Like, what's wrong with you? And like, everybody at the time, like, they had already knew. The ones that was on the bench knew what was up. They might not have spoke about it. They might not have said nothing, but they knew what was up. So he come over there. He like, yeah, man, like, JB, what's going on, man? Like, what's going on, man? Like, what's up with you? And I'm like, like, this don't make no sense. Every day in practice, we work hard. Every day in practice, we doing what we supposed to do. We on the floor. Every day, I hear this man talk about how he want dogs. How he want dogs. How he ain't got no dogs on the team. How ain't nobody on the team willing to do this, willing to do that. And my exact words was, you got dogs sitting over here beside you, you just won't take them off the leash. And he looked back at me. And I repeated myself. You have dogs over here sitting beside you. You just won't take them off the leash. That's the problem. We sitting over here caged up. If you take us off the leash and you let us do what we gonna do, and you let us play, and you let us show you that we actually have talent and we can actually play, and you quit playing your favorites, you will see, bro, you got some dogs over here. Next day, early in the morning, I'm in his office. Let me tell you what this man did. I go in his office. For whatever reason, he think I'm mad. I'm not mad. I'm just speaking the truth. But for whatever reason, sit me down. Hey, we need to discuss this. Like, we need to see what's going on because me and you, we seem to be butting heads. And I'm just honest with him. Like, the reason we butting heads is because you keep yelling out that you don't have no dogs on the team. But you literally have dudes that's grinding every day, that's in the gym every day, and you putting them down like that they not working. And when we get in practice squad, killing them, killing your starters. Your starters getting killed to the point where you trying to make the whole team run because your starters getting thrashed. And I know people are trying to say, well, the starters ain't going hard, but for the most part, every coach always say you practice how you play. So if your starters ain't going hard when the game start, no wonder we losing by 10, 15 when the game start. If your starters ain't going hard in practice. But it got so bad to that point where starters started getting their tails kicked, started getting waxed. And he getting mad and trying to make everybody run because they getting whooped. And it got so bad to the point where I'm moving around a little bit, but one of the assistant coaches blurted out his mouth during a game. The problem is you got people on the bench that should be starting. Your starters ain't your starters. Now, if this video ever get back, they gonna deny it. But it's a good thing y'all don't know who I'm talking about. But they'll deny it. But that's exactly what he said. And he was telling the truth. Some of the people that was in that starting lineup shouldn't have been starting. That's just the honest truth. But I'm in the meeting and he just started going off on me. He's like, you sitting here talking about some I'm not giving y'all a chance to showcase yourself. Do you not know you take the most shots coming off the bench? I was like, good. Because I'm gonna fire that thing up. Because I know why you not playing me. It's undeniable. You can't hide it. I know why you not playing me. You've said it a million times. I just overlooked it. I know why you not playing me. So you not gonna agree to what I'm saying. I'm not gonna agree to what you saying. So can we just please agree to disagree and be done with this conversation? And he goes, no, we ain't finna do that. We need to get to the bottom of this. I was like, I already know the bottom of it. The bottom of it is every time we turn around, you're yelling about dogs. We already knew who one of your dogs was, or who one of the dogs you thought was a dog. So we already knew how it was gonna go coming into the season. So it ain't panning out in your favor because they coming at him in practice, and now you want to blame the one sitting on the bench the way certain things are going. We don't rock with that because we know we some dogs, but we unlimited. We limited. Dogs with limitations. That's why I came up with it, because it was some dogs on that bench. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna say what team it was, but it was some dogs on that bench. To be honest with you, every team I played for in college, it was some dogs on that bench that should have been getting more playing time. But for whatever reason, coach just didn't rock with them. Have no idea why. Don't understand it. But so we still in the meeting, and he's just going on and on. Then he pulls out a stat sheet, and this is the one thing I hated. Now, the ones who know what I'm about to bring up, y'all know exactly because y'all hated it too. He was very analytical. Very, very analytical. So he pulls up my stats, and he goes, well, according to this, when you was in the game, you was a -6, which means we losing by 6 points when you in the game. Me being me, I done already looked at the plus minus because I knew he was gonna bring it up. So I was like, okay, so bring up such and such stats and tell me what his plus minus was, because I guarantee you it was more than a -6. Because I already looked. It was like -20 something. So by your logic, we losing by 20 when he in the game, but you overlook all that. That boy, that made him hot. I'm talking cherry red. Like, made him hot. Like, so now he's like just yelling. Like, we ain't finna do this. Like, no, like you take the most shots out of everybody coming off the bench. And I'm like, Because I told you already. You heard me in shoot around. You added fuel to the fire. Like there is no reason why I shouldn't be in this game. Like there's no reason why at certain points in the game I shouldn't be in because you know I can contribute. The assistant coaches know I can contribute, and the players know I can contribute. Why am I not in the game? Simply because you don't rock with me and you think I ain't no dog. But when I get in the game, I show you I'm a dog. To the point where at times you don't want to take me out the game because I done hit a big shot. You want to pull me, but I just hit that shot. And so now I'm looking at you like, yeah, go ahead. Look stupid taking me out. Go ahead. Because I just hit this big shot and you getting me out the game. People going to be like, what is he doing? What, JV cooking? He on fire right now. Go ahead, look stupid. So, I started playing that game. Like, I know you not going to play me, but I also know you got to put me in the game. So, I'm going to take advantage of my time. If I know at any point you finna pull me, you think I'm finna get in the game and just keep passing? No, I'm firing it up. I'm letting it ride. It's going up to the point where you drawing up a play. I got to make the entry pass. What am I thinking? He ain't getting his ball. Man, we done ran down the floor 2-3 times. I ain't seen it. I ain't got a feel. Oh, as soon as I touch this, it's going up. Because I know I'm finna come out. I done got my little 1 minute. He done got his breather. I know he finna cut sub me out. I done played my 1 minute. Okay. Break. Ball come in. Swing it to me. I'm not going to even lie. Dude wide open. You got the dude pent on his back. Wide open. But at this point, it ain't an FU to my teammate. It's a FU to the coach. Because I know why you doing this, and I know you finna pull me. Soon as I catch it. He looked dead at me. Mad. Let it go. Made it. And sub out. I walked by him. Now, I don't know verbatim if this is what he said, but it sounded like this is what he said when I walked by him. Fuck you. I'm not gonna need a lie. Not gonna need a lie because he knew. He knew off rip. You gotta put me back in. He gonna get tired, and when he get tired, I'm gonna go in, and when I catch it, I'm gonna let it ride. That was my mindset because I'm gonna play the game just like you playing the game. And if this is the only way that I can show you I'm a dog, because in practice I can't show you I'm a dog because you're not paying attention to the stuff that I'm doing. So if this is the only way I can show you I'm a dog, I'm finna utilize this. And I'm gonna utilize it with the things that I'm doing defensively, the rebounds that I get, and offensively, I'm gonna take advantage of my situation. If I know I'm only playing 1 minute, I'm going to try to get up as many shots as I can in that 1 minute. And every time I touch it, if I'm around that 3-point line or if I can make something shake, yeah, I'm about to let it go. And that was just me. I didn't get discouraged by that. Now, some of my teammates, however, who were dogs, who were ready to show the coach what they can do, you could start to see it in their eyes. You could start to, some of them might not admit it, but you could start to see the hurt that they had in their eyes because it do hurt. You done told this kid coming in, he gonna play. This kid done worked all summer on his game just for him to come back and ride the bench and you not even look his way. And when you do look his way, it's like you teasing him. You look at him like you want to put him in and then you look him off and go to the next man. This dude, like, he's cooking in practice, killing the person in his position, putting in the extra work, putting in the extra conditioning. And it's like you just killing his pride because every time he think he finna get in, you shit on him. Every time he think he can show you like, hey man, coach finna put me in, and you just walk right past him. So it hurt. Like, what can this kid do to show you like, coach, I'm worthy. I'm worthy. And you can see like you can see it on the bench. And ain't cheering as much no more. Ain't as excited no more. They just like damn near dead inside. And don't let it be a kid that's really passionate about the game, that really want to play, that really want to get out there and play. It do something to him inside. You see, like, and if anybody know basketball and anybody can read basketball players' body language, first thing you look at their eyes. You can see it. You can see it. It's like they're not even there. Like they could be standing up clapping, and you could see it. Like he not in the game. He not here. He ready for this game to be over because coach done took that away from him. And then what normally happens is some coaches, I'm not gonna say all, some coaches can see that they took it away, and they'll use this as an advantage to say this is why they don't got dogs. The kid will be completely lost. No, he ain't getting in the game. Just over it. Like, just ready for the game to end. And this is the coach proving a point. Such and such, check in. This kid ain't ready. Now, I know there's gonna be people that's gonna say, you gotta be ready at all times. But you gotta think. I ain't played all year. I done worked my ass off all year. My game that came back 10 times better. My shooting percentage that came back 10 times better. I'm killing in practice. I'm doing everything I can. And every time you belittle me as a player. You disrespect me as a player. You talking to me in one ear telling me to keep it up. But then you disrespect me in my game as a player. So when you call me, I'm not ready. So, but this is the coach's time to prove a point. Get in, check in. You ready to go, but you got to get warmed up. You ain't seen the floor all game, so you get in, make a mistake. Coach taking a mental note. Might make a turnover, mental note. Take a bad shot, mental note. You get subbed out. Next day in film session, guess who's on the film? And he gonna point out everything that player did wrong. And you know what he gonna follow that up with? I say I want dogs, and this is what you show me? Come on, man. You did that to prove a point. Show the practice film when he killing everybody in your starting lineup. Show the practice film where he in there doing all the stuff that he's supposed to be doing. Show the practice film where he running that play that he maybe made a turnover on, or he maybe took that bad shot. Show the practice film when he made that shot. Show the practice film when he did that. Don't just linger on the bad stuff to try to prove your point as a coach. And that's why I can't get with that. Like, it don't make sense to me. And that leads me to my next segment, which is how coaches just say certain things to make it sound good, but mean a whole nother other thing. And how personally I think you should hold the coach feet to the fire when they say certain things. So what I mean by that is I was in a situation where I went to a coach and I walked in his office, had a conversation with him. Wasn't even a quick conversation. No. I walked in his office and the first thing I said was, I need your help to make me a pro. Whatever I got to do, I'm ready. Just like that. I need your help. I need your help to make me a pro. Whatever I got to do, I'm ready. What do I got to do to be a pro? I need your help. Did nobody make me come to this coach and tell him this? This was me coming to him, man, man to man, player to coach. I need your help. What do I have to do to be a pro? Now, my initial first thoughts were he gonna take me under his wing. He gonna teach me the ins and outs. He gonna have me in hella workouts. He gonna give me a time when to be at the gym. He gonna give me the structure I need to make sure when I leave here, I'm gonna have the steps to take for whatever school I go to next. Or if I don't want to go to school, I'm gonna have all the tools to be a pro. That was my thought process. And am I wrong to think that? No. You, my coach, I'm your player. I'm coming to you for guidance, thinking that you finna steer me in the right direction, thinking that you finna lead me to a life of becoming a pro. Man, the only thing that this coach says to me, he looks at me and he goes, man, coaching system is designed for people like you in your position to go pro. Now, at first, my initial thoughts were, all right, cool. So I just walk out, I'm not thinking nothing of it. But then as I started thinking more, I'm like, well, one, I'm out of position. I'm not playing my right position. And two, how is this system designed for me to go pro? But I don't say anything. I buy into it. I'm telling myself just give it a try, give it a shot, see where things go. So next game come, I'm buying into it, man. I'm trying to buy into it. I'm trying to see what's going on. I'm trying to see what's up. Game goes on, and I'm just out there. Like, I ain't touched the ball in I don't know how long. I'm not getting no touches. Like, I'm just out there. And the one thing about me as a player, I hate thinking I'm just on the court just to be out there. And I'm not doing anything. I'm not contributing. I'm not helping the team in no way. Like, I'm just out here doing nothing. Man, I'm out there getting conditioning. Like, literally. We running up and down the floor about 4-5 times. And I'm just out there just, like, guarding my man. But outside of that, man, I'm not touching the ball. I'm not doing anything. Right? Like, they not even paying me no mind. That's how bad it is. So the next day, I walk up to his office and I just go in his room. I don't say nothing. I just look at him. And then I walk out. Because at that point now, I'm thinking, bro, you lied to me. How is this system designed for somebody like me in my position to go pro when I ain't even scratched the ball? And the times I did touch it is to catch it, swing, go set a screen. Like, what am I supposed to do here? How is this designed for me to go pro? Don't show me no film about somebody else who played for him when he was coaching at another school that went pro, because we are two totally different people. His skill set ain't my skill set. My skills is different from his skills. Our talent levels is different. So don't show me nobody else that may have went pro in that position. The times are different. The school is different. People are different. So don't show me nothing like that. But you lied to me. And that messed with me a little bit. That messed with my head a little bit because I'm not a person who asks people for help. No matter who you are, that's just never how I've been. Like, I always figure it out. I've never been that guy that's going to constantly ask, and ask for help. Like, that's not me. I got to have some pride. I got to figure it out on my own at some point if ain't nobody helping. So the fact that I stepped out my comfort zone and I came to you, player to coach, and I asked you for this, and I wanted it. I was hungry for it. And you ain't give me no type of instruction, no direction, no nothing. You ain't give me nothing. You just said,
coaching system is designed for people like you to go pro. Where? Please show me where. Pull up all the film that I done played in. Show me where I was supposed to implement this pro level type basketball player that you are saying I'm supposed to be. So it like that did something to me. But that's when I started realizing like, all right, you gotta start taking things into your own hands and start holding some of these coaches' feet to the fire. Because they'll tell you one thing, man, but really in their head, they preaching a whole other thing. Like so that was one thing that I started realizing that I needed to do. Like if I was gonna do something, good or bad, win, lose, or draw, I'm gonna hold your feet to the fire. And that might make me the bad guy, but you've already lied to me once. So now I don't trust you. Now my antennas is up. Because every time you speak or every time you say something, I'm thinking you lying to me. You lied to me about helping me reach my dream goal, which is to be a professional basketball player. You lied to me about that. You didn't even help me. You didn't want to help me. That's how I'm looking at it. You didn't want to help me. What coach don't want to help their player become a pro? When I came to you, you didn't give me no direction. You didn't give me no instructions. Like you could have easily been like, all right, boom, meet me in the gym at this time. Even if you didn't want to be in the gym with me, working me out, you could have wrote me down a format and I would have followed it step by step. But the fact you didn't do none of that, you just told me a few words to get me out your office. And that was it. So now whenever you speak to me, whenever you say something to me, whenever you open your mouth to give me some type of criticism or some type of constructive criticism or some type of advice, fuck your advice. Because I'm trying to reach my dream here. I'm trying to do everything I can to make sure I reach my dream. And you just shitted on it. And at the time, I gave you grace. At the time, I was open. I came to you for help, asked you for help. And this is what you did to me? So nah, I started realizing right there, if a coach say something to you, don't believe everything he say. Take what he's saying at face value and then watch his or her actions. And that'll tell you everything you need to know. It will tell you everything you need to know. If they moving in a certain way, watch it. If they talking in a certain way but then doing other things, watch it. Take mental notes. Because that right there, it could have did something to me. When I went to my other schools and when I left, it could have did something to me. That could have killed my pride right there. But I didn't let it. My favorite word was you added fuel to the fire. And I started using that. So every time they thought that they could say something to me, every time they thought that they was getting under my skin, I was really getting under their skin because they couldn't say certain things to me or get a reaction out of me like it would other people. To the point where it would piss them off. Where I'd get kicked out of practice. I mean, I'm going to talk about that in another episode, but I get kicked out of practice. I get certain things said about me. Phone calls to be made to my people. Not realizing my people's is catching you in a lie because I already made that phone call. So everything that you finna tell them that you think I haven't told them already, they already know. Everything that you're saying is going on in practice, they already know because they also know you finna leave out all the things that you said. All the MF bombs you done dropped. All the shut the F ups you done dropped. All of that. They know everything that you done said because I done went back and told them. So you can't come to them with this bullshit story about JV. I already done told them. And I've already told them what I did. Because, like I said, win, lose, or draw, right or wrong, I made the decision and I can hold myself accountable for it. So some of them times where I got put out of practice for holding your feet to the fire or for saying something, I can own that and I can take that. I can accept that. But the one thing you not gonna do, you not gonna lie to me again. You can say what you want, but you not gonna lie to me again. And I thought you was one of the people that was supposed to have my best interest. You ain't got my best interest. How do you have my best interest? And when I come to you at a moment of time where I really want this thing, and that's the only thing you say to me, you don't give me no instruction, no direction. You don't lead me to nothing. The only thing you led me to was out your office. So cool. So when it comes to other stuff, don't worry about it. I got it. So I would tell any player, I would tell any professional, I would tell any player that's about to go to college. Don't be a dickhead to the coach, but don't take everything that they say to you as everything is going to be peachy, everything is going to be golden, because it's not. They got to say that. They got to say it to make you feel good. So question some things. Hold their feet to the fire just like they hold your feet to the fire, because they going to want to know if you in the gym putting up shots. They going to want to know if you putting in that extra work. When you go to them and ask them for more playing time, or you go to them and ask them why you ain't playing, they going to want to know why you ain't doing certain things. They going to want to know why you ain't in class. They going to hold your feet to the fire. So why can't you hold theirs? You the captain of this ship, coach. So when something go wrong or something is wrong with the team, you head honcho. So you let us know what's up. Hold their feet to the fire just like they hold yours. And that's how it should be. You ain't being disrespectful to them, but some of these things, you got to let them know. You can't get away from lying like that. And you lied. And ever since that day, I had mad respect for that coach. That coach was somebody that I genuinely wanted to see in a head coaching position. I would have played under him had he got a head coaching position. Would have wanted to play under him. Ever since that day, looked at him completely different. I came to you with my dream, and you basically spit on it. And that's crazy. So you got to start holding these coaches' feet to the fire, man. Straight like that. I'm going to be real with you. Hold their feet to the fire. Question things. Don't take everything that they say as everything, like I said, everything is going to be golden and everything is going to be peachy and good, because that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to sell a dream to you. And you supposed to go along with it and believe it. And when things go bad, not be upset that your dream got crushed. So start holding their feet to the fire, man. But before I get out of here, I do have one question that someone sent me on Instagram. They didn't want to be shouted out, so I'm not gonna shout them out. I'm gonna just read off the question that I have on my sticky note right there. The question was literally, what's the hardest thing what's the hardest thing about college basketball? To me, college basketball won't that hard. It's very fun if you can have fun. It's not hard at all. You out there with a bunch of dudes that you like. Some dudes you okay with, but for the most part, you're going to be with these dudes for a long time. You like these dudes. You like playing with these dudes. So college basketball, for me, it wasn't hard. The conditioning wasn't hard. Nothing about it is hard, man, especially if you enjoy the game, if you like playing the game. Nothing about it is hard. It's really not. I would say the biggest struggle, though, is trying to convince a coach of what you can do. Trying to convince a coach what you can do and trying to convince them that you can help the team when they already have their mind made up that you ain't no good to them, or that the things that you do, it ain't no good for a system. That's the biggest struggle, I personally believe, was my hardest thing about college basketball. Trying to convince some of the coaches that, bro, I'm not no big man. I'm agile. I'm athletic. I can play. Let me show you what I can do. Some coaches accepted it. Some coaches, it just seemed like that they didn't want to see it. So they stuck me in a role, and I played that role until I got out of there, or until I just couldn't take it no more. But that was definitely my hardest thing. Trying to prove to coaches and trying to show them and convince them what I can do and what I can do to help a team. But that's it, man. I want to thank y'all for tuning in, man. I want to really say that I appreciate the subscribers that we have right now. I mean, we set a goal for the month of May. We reached our goal. We actually went over our goal. So I just want to thank everybody, man, for subscribing. I want to thank everybody for liking the videos, even if it's not that many likes, man. That means so much to me, because when I set out on this journey and I started to create this, man, I just wanted to do it because I had a vision. And seeing that people is actually watching this thing, seeing that people have subscribed, it just made me want to keep grinding and keep going. So I have high respect for the people that subscribe, the people that have liked it, and the people that's leaving me questions to answer. So, man, I just want to thank y'all, man. And for that, I'm definitely going to keep going because, like I keep saying, man, it's up from here, man. But that's the end of this podcast, man. Not podcast. That's the end of this episode, man. Life Lessons Podcast, man. Hold that out, man. Peace.